Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kakasungura YouTube channel. I always say thank you to those following this program because without you, I cannot exist. And of course, without me, you cannot exist in this platform. That is why you are my employers. So that is why I always say thank you before I proceed. Kaka, Ruto is making very serious confessions here, publicly. Ruto is making very serious confessions in public. Before I proceed, I want you to watch the following video. Take your time and keenly watch the following video, and then from there, I will come back, we analyze it, and try to understand what William Ruto is trying to communicate to the people of the Republic of Kenya.
Tunalete mapendekezo katika bunge la kitaifa na bunge la seneti ya vile tumepanga mambo ya uchumi. Saa hizi tunaendelea na mjadala. There is still, and I want to tell my colleagues, members of parliament, because Mama here was a very prudent person. There is still a lot of wastage in government, and we must deal with it. There are still many corporations, many government agencies that are not spending money as appropriately as they should. And in this year's budget, we're going to be very keen, and I want to ask members of parliament to work with us so that where we don't need money, where institutions can support their own budgets, we don't give them additional resources, but we make sure that we deploy every coin in Kenya appropriately and make sure that we are accountable in making sure that the resources of Kenya are spent properly. I must congratulate many counties who are working with us in making sure that they discharge their responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard William Ruto confessing. And from that video clip, is making very serious allegations. Anasema, there is a lot of wastage in government. There is, yani, kwa maneno yanayoeleweka, kuna kutumia vibaya pesa za wananchi katika mashirika ya kiserikali. In Swahili, that is what he's trying to say. Kuna matumizi mabaya. Yani watu, in simple terms, watu wanazidi kufyonza. Kufyonza is kunyonya. Milking. Sucking. Let me repeat myself. That statement means Ruto anasema there is a lot of wastage of public funds in government agencies and corporations. Ruto anamaanisha nini? Anasema kuna kufyonza, kuna kunyonya, there is a lot of sucking. Sucking, kuvuruta, sucking of government resources in government agencies and corporations. Now, when Ruto assumed office, he vowed in church and swore to the Bible to end corruption in Kenya Kwanza government. Hivyo ndiye alisema, kama kuna serikali haitakuwa na ufisadi ni serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. Ruto claimed that Uhuru's government was too corrupt until it left empty coffers. That's what they have been saying. Rigathi has been saying that. Ruto has been saying that. And even the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, yesterday spoke about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya Kwanza is on a borrowing spree. The more people loot, the more the government borrows to sustain its activities. So Ruto is admitting to my two realities, which I told you weeks ago. One, Kenya Kwanza is on a looting spree. Two, Kenya Kwanza is on a borrowing spree. The more you spend beyond your income, the more you want to borrow to sustain your lifestyle. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ruto is admitting that there's wastage, a lot of wastage of public resources by various agencies and corporations. Imagine a president admitting live in public. The big question is, who exactly is supposed to deal with corrupt public officials? That's my big question. Who exactly is supposed to be in the forefront to execute, to crucify, to fire, to suspend corrupt government officials? Who exactly is responsible for this mess? Kaka, when Ruto admits there is wastage of public resources, there are three things he's admitting to. Number one, he knows the specific people in charge of those agencies and corporations. Anajua vizuri. Anawajua kwa majina because they are his appointees. Yeye ndiye amewateua katika hizo agencies na corporations. So wakati Ruto anasema there is a lot of wastage in government agencies, that means Ruto knows the specific corporations and agencies that waste public resources. Hawezi kuja kusema in public kama hajui. So inamaanisha anajua vizuri sana. Majority of these people are hawa ni wafanyakazi wake. Yeye ndiye amewateua. Now kaka, who exactly is responsible in dealing with this mess? Now, Ruto is also further admitting there is corruption in his government. Anaposema there's wastage of resources in public or in government agencies, is simply admitting his government is it's not even two corrupt, it's three corrupt. Ruto is the lead of corruption. I will not fear to say that. If he is serious with this work, why can't he then fire those appointees in those corporations that are wasting public resources? Because there is evidence from Margaret Nyakango. The executive is among the culprits of wastage. State House itself is a culprit in the wastage spree. William Ruto himself is the leader of the wasters. Yeye ndio kiongozi. He leads. I speak this based on Margaret Nyakango's report. You've read on the internet, not once, not twice, not thrice, but several times on how the government is wasting resources. And Ruto has been always the leader of wasters. Ndugu kaka, napomaliza, wacha niseme hivi. This government will milk you dry as Kenyans. I've been saying this and I won't be afraid to say so. Kenya Kwanza government will milk you dry. It increases taxes, it increases borrowing, as it increases spending. That is our economy. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.